everybody, welcome into Farm Cooking with Nan. Today we're going to be doing one of the probably simplest recipes you've ever heard of in your life, and delicious. It's delicious. This is a classic yellow cake mix. Classic yellow cake mix. Let me grab my scissors. We're gonna be doing some cupcakes and just some little cakes that are in some jelly jars and things like that, okay? We're going to use one of these cake mixes, and I'm going to put in, wait a minute, 1 teaspoon of baking. I'm about to finish up the end of this. There it went. 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Baking powder. Just gives it a oomph. You know what I'm saying? Here, my oven, it's ready. I'm going to put in a 20-ounce can of crushed pineapple. 20-ounce can of crushed pineapple. They were out of the generic. You can use any brand you want to. So they had to supply me with an alternative today. Hang on a second. That's it. Now we are going to, I'm going to lay that right there. We are going to beat this up with a mixer. We're going to beat it for about 3 minutes, okay? I know you don't want to hear it. Okay, we've beat this for about 2.5, 3 minutes. And I want to stress to y'all, you leave your juice in your pineapples, okay? Now, I've just taken some jelly jars. These are little jelly jars like you can in. And I've sprayed them. Fill it up about halfway. Gives room for your icing at the top. I've got my oven preheated to 350. This is the simplest cake you'll ever do, really. And I went ahead and made some, just put some liners in my cupcake thing, because I'll tell you, my husband, he would rather have a cupcake than he would a slice of cake, because he likes to get up in the morning and have a cupcake and then have a cup of coffee. Well, maybe just a little bit more. You want it up about halfway. Now, I'm going to slide these over there. And I'm going to fill up the rest of my cupcake liners. I don't know how many I'll have, but I don't want to overfill these. But if you're trying to cut down on your things that you're eating, you know what I'm saying? You don't have any oil, you don't have any eggs in this recipe, don't have any butter in this recipe, just really fruit, baking powder, and I mean, it's a light recipe. And we're going to make some great icing for it. I don't want to put this too full. I think I overfilled mine last time because I like them nice and full. Just going to set these over here to the stove. And I've just got a little bit left. And you know me, I don't want to waste. So we're going to scrape all this down in there. Now, I'm looking to see who's probably not as full as others. And I'm going to put them a little bit more in there. This was a recipe that I found, popped up on my feed. I wasn't looking for it, but it popped up on my feed from TikTok. And so I thought, you know what? I'm going to try this. So we're going to be trying this together. Grab my towel. Okay, now let me get a pan. Oh, my fingers aren't working this morning. I'm sorry. I'm away from the camera. Let me grab my and dry this off. Okay. Well, you know what? I started to say I might need to put them on a smaller pan. That way I can fit my cupcakes in there at the same time. I don't want to bake them 2 different times. Worked perfect. Looky there. Just worked perfect. And we'll get this all in the oven right now. Okay? Okay, we've got the cupcakes in the oven. Let's go ahead and get our frosting ready for it, okay? We're going to put 8 ounces of whipped cream. Let me grab something real quick. 8 ounces of cream, of Cool Whip. This is so simple, but so good. I mean, just, it's going to be good. Okay. 8 ounces of that. Then we're going to have 8 ounces of crushed pineapple. It's just crushed pineapple in its juice. 8 ounces equals a cup. I was going to tell y'all that in case you say, well, I don't have anything that measures ounces. 1 cup of this. When I lean up my spoon, I'm trying to let it. That is 1 cup right there, and that's a treat for me right there. That's what I'll have for lunch. We're going to put that 1 cup in there, 8 ounces. Then we're going to put in some vanilla pudding. This is a family size because that's what they substituted today on my groceries. So I'm not going to use the whole big family size. Use the smaller, or just the smaller vanilla instant pudding. I'm going to save just a little bit in the bottom. I'm not going to put all of it in there. I think that other one is like a 3.4 or something like that ounce or whatever. Now, I'm going to take my hand mixer and I'm going to beat this, okay? Let's see. Even though I could probably do it, I just like to beat up some of those small pieces of pineapple. I'm going to set that in the refrigerator because that'll set up a little bit more because of the pudding that's in there, and let it jelly up for me, you know. Set that right in the refrigerator. I'm also going to sprinkle it with a little bit of pecans because I didn't want to, I'm going to put that frosting into a Ziploc baggie. Cut the tip because I'm out of my little liners that I use to pipe cupcakes and stuff with. So I'm just going to cut the tip off of a Ziploc baggie, put my frosting in there, and then cut the tip. And then I'm just going to pipe it in those little jars, okay? Be awful hard to do that. Okay, I've got these baked. I've got them baked, and they're in my jars, and everything turned out good. I'm taking my frosting, and I'm putting it into, hang on a minute. Let me get me a cup. Just a cup that I use. Let's put some frosting in here. I'm just going to put a little bit in there. Don't want to put all of it because that's a small, just a small Ziploc bag. And I put that in the refrigerator. It's nice and daggone, that's not a very good Ziploc bag right there. Thought it would work fine. I ordered me some new piping bags, but they won't be here till this week. This is just not exactly what I wanted. Just getting it down in there, I guess. I probably could have done a better job. Hang on a minute, and I'll see what I can do. Let's see if this works a little bit better. I put it in a different bag. Not really. I miss my piping bag. I'm just going to put a little bit on each one. Then I can go back and smooth that out really good. I'm sort of let down that my piping bag weren't here today, and I really needed to go ahead and do this video. I got some air in there. Don't want to waste a bit. Okay. I'm not a finger licker, but I'm a-telling you. Let me grab a little spatula. I can always add some more because I have plenty in my bowl over there. I wished you all could taste this. This icing is delicious. This is the same icing that I make for a different cake. Then all I have to do is just put the lid on these and pop them in the refrigerator, because you need to keep these in the refrigerator with this icing like this. Cool Whip, you know, you've got Cool Whip. Anytime you have Cool Whip, I'm gonna clean off all the tops of those jars. But you need to keep it in the refrigerator. It's a dairy product and it has to be kept in the fridge. Well, I'm going to not linger out this video to where you all are bored to death, but I'm going to go ahead and finish these up and we'll be back. Okay, I got them all done. I'll show you. Look at that. Now I've got my lids. I've got my lids all waiting. My little lids, my big lids. I'm just going to crank these down like this. Individual. And I'm telling you, I love, love, love the pancake. I mean the little ones. My husband loves those. I put them in the refrigerator. And like I said, in the mornings, he loves to have one. And I'm just going to tell you, I'm going to set some of these in there too. Keep them all together for him. And I'm going to try a little bite. I'm going to, looky there. That's delicious. Look how tender that cake is in there. Hang on a minute. They are really good. That's my little guard dog. Somebody went up the road. But these are really, really good. You could sit down and with a spoon and eat the icing. Who would have ever thought that a 3 ingredient cake mix, 120-ounce can of crushed pineapple, and a teaspoon of baking powder would have made a nice moist cake like that. It was fast and easy, and it's delicious. I hope y'all get a chance to make yourself some. Just want to tell y'all that I love you and that the Lord loves you so much more. And I hope that you have a blessed day. I hope that the Lord just blesses your socks off today. And I'm going to go. I've got to take my little dog to the vet. He's not been feeling well, so I've got to take him and get him checked out. So I'm going to put this in the refrigerator and get on the road. So I'll see y'all next time, Lord willing. Remember how much the Lord loves you, okay? I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.